Not do a long intro this time. Alright, so, Jace the Mind Sculptor and Bloodbraid Elf are legal in Modern. What does that mean? TLDR, let's keep this video short and concise. I think, by and large, both of these are safe unbans in terms of what they're going to do to the most competitive decks in Modern. We just had a Grand Prix yesterday where the finals was Burn versus Bogles. Do Burn or Bogles care about Jace the Mind Sculptor? They don't. The decks that are really good in Modern don't care about a 4-mana card that doesn't have a heavy impact on the board the turn you play it. What Jace the Mind Sculptor is going to do to Modern in terms of the format is that Jace the Mind Sculptor will be very good against the decks that already weren't very good in Modern. What I mean by that is I'm talking about decks like Green-Black Midrange and Green-White Value Town and Kiki Chord and Malira Company, these value-based creature decks that were trying to win games by going long and generating incremental value over time. That their entire deck is designed to generate incremental value, while Jace the Mind Sculptor is insurmountable value in a single magic card. So what he's going to do is he's going to punish a lot of these kind of slower mid-rangey decks that I think already were kind of struggling to exist in the competitive areas of Modern. So I don't think Jace is going to push out any of the decks that we accept as being some of the best decks in Modern, like Grixis Shadow and Burn and Tron and Affinity. Like, all of those decks are still going to be good in Modern because they by and large don't care about a 4-mana Planeswalker. These other kind of mid-rangey decks that were already kind of struggling in the format, though, I think those are the ones that are going to have a hard time with Jace being introduced to the format. I think like a quick TLDR is that think about a deck that you play in Modern now and ask yourself, does that deck have a bad Tron matchup? And if it has a bad Tron matchup, then it likely is going to have a bad Jace the Mind Sculptor matchup for similar reasons. Decks that can't pressure their opponent out of the game are going to have a hard time generating more inevitability than Jace the Mind Sculptor is able to generate. Because if you can't kill your opponent quickly, you need to have better inevitability than they do. And Jace is just like one of the most powerful inevitable cards in Magic the Gathering, with just all of the things that it can do between impacting the board slightly and just brainstorming every single turn. So that was a quick 2.5-minute TLDR of what do we think about Jace. And I guess there's this Bloodbraid Elf card too that like may or may not see play, but Jace is the real takeaway from this announcement today.